What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Conker's Pocket Tales. Time to kick back, relax, maybe grab a cool, refreshing beverage as you take a break on the ocean line of Mako Islands. Build yourself a sandcastle, soak in some rays, enjoy your time on this lovely, tropical area. And explore, because there are golden acorns as far as the eye can see, respawning conkers everywhere, a local Wong to tell you where to go. Good day! These are the Mako Islands, where the sun always shines. You should take part in the Great Boat Race. The winner will get a key. You will need to find the boat builder. He can be found on the main island if you get lost. There is a map on the back wall to help you out. Thank you, friendly nut. Back here, you can see that Mako Islands is quite large. There we are, up at the very top in the middle. Oh, sorry, all the way to the left. And then we have the boat builder there on the middle island. And this place is fully open for you to explore. Well done, Conker! Your new rating is Acorn Aggravator. Thank you, friendly Acorn Man. Time to go exploring the islands. I'm gonna drop the shtick just for a bit, or maybe altogether, I don't know. Mako Islands is half easy level in the case of getting all the collectibles, because, believe it or not, besides the blue presents, you can get every other collectible right now. You don't have to stall, you don't have to wait, you can just go exploring as much as you want. And you'll eventually run into the 2 red presents and the 4 invites. In fact, you can even go get the main item of the level right now. You just have to know where to go. Some of these item locations are slightly different from each version, but they're still, you know, like this one will always be in the water, so go exploring for a patch of water that you can dive into. Stuff like that. Another fun thing about this island is a lot of the collectibles are just out in the open on the first island. So right over here, I think this is one of the guys. Yeah, so this is where you go on the map, the hut in the middle, in the very middle up top. We can't do anything until we talk to the boat builder. Apparently these guys just can't preemptively give me things. But this is the only other level that has a map. And hilariously, the map, it does help, except there's not a lot that you need to worry about on these islands. And if you actually take a look at the map, they show you where some of the collectibles are. Like, here's an invitation just out in the open on one of these separate islands. And another interesting thing is, right around here, this is the upper corner, upper right-hand corner of the map. Oh, hello, little shark. Or very big shark. But over on this side island, there's just a red present out in the open? Okay. So what is that, half of the collectibles already achieved? Before we've even gotten to the meat and potatoes of this entire level. And when I played this for my first time, I accidentally got 100% just exploring. Because I like to explore levels, just get my bearings on where to go. I noticed there were tons of health acorns in this level in the Game Boy Color version. And this is where you kind of have to adapt to your surroundings, so to speak, for the Game Boy version. Because there are so many acorns that just vanish off the face of the earth in the Game Boy version, you have to rely on picking up ammo and defeating enemies. That is about the only way you are going to be getting health for the rest of the game in the Game Boy version. So, just little helpful post-it note. I can't believe that shark was still actually able to hit me. So, this place right here, slightly different in both versions, but just around the same area, there are collectibles down here. This is what I would call Conker's Pocket Tales swimming level, in big sarcastic air quotes. Because the only thing you have to do, you don't actually have to do any of the deep sea diving to complete the level. It's just for collectibles. I mean, you got a good looking level. I like the colors that are going on in this one. It's nice and vibrant. It's very distinct in the Game Boy Color version. The Game Boy kind of, drops the ball, but it's fine. I like being in an island setting. It's nice. I mean, anything is better than Crow Keep. So let's just go into some weird caves. It'll be fine. Look at that. We've got so much health now. And also, the saw. Cut down trees to open up new areas. Cool. The bad thing. We're gonna start to get into negatives. First of all, that big cave where we got the saw in the Game Boy Color version was split into 2 separate caves. So on the right here, on the lowest island on the Game Boy version, you can actually find your item on the cave on the right. Except you get the pickaxe. I don't know why, but for some reason the items were flip-flopped in the 2 levels that involve the Aztec keys. At least some of the collectibles are in the same spot, so that's good. Cool. We've got the main item of the level already. We nearly have all of the extra collectibles. This seems like the easiest level so far. Oh no! Another beginner's trap! But we'll deal with that later. For now, just take in the sun. Get some rays. Unless you're violently allergic to sunlight and you burn like the white kid that I am. Yeah! Take in some sun. Watch out for sharks. Don't go swimming with sharks. They're deadly in this game. In fact, they're kind of deadly all around, but that's just because of morbid curiosity, if anything else. It's like, does this taste good? Tastes like human ick. Let's go ahead and do this last diving segment. I actually do like the theme that happens when you're deep sea diving. And just like that, we have gotten everything. So now it's just the blue presents. It's just all the story stuff. Awesome. Again, easy level. Pfft. There's nothing sinister in the background. What are you talking about? Not an issue at all. The setup is kind of nice. Having to partake in the Great Boat Race, you kind of forget that your girlfriend got stolen by your arch nemesis, and you're just going for a boat ride. Awesome. We're gonna build our own boat? Sweet. Gonna get a sweet ride and go gallivanting around islands. Sounds like a fun old time. Yeah. I do like the lead up to the boat builder and the fact that his hut is actually labeled. It's a nice touch. And I also like the remains of different boats. It's like the boat builder has taken pieces from other boats that have shipwrecked, and he's putting them together to make a better boat. We've got some world building in Conker's Pocket Tales. It's nuts! Like acorns. It's nutty. This is what you pay me the big bucks for. No, I'm kidding. Alright, this should be the last of the exploring. This is the last hut. I almost don't want to spoil the magic. But it's not just go talk to these people and they give you pieces of a boat. It would never be that easy. Ever. So what do we do to get the boat pieces? Do we have to go collect them from the grocery store? Do we have to go find them on different parts of different islands? Let's go talk to Ted. Hi, I make the best boats for miles around. I will make you a boat if you get me the following parts. We need an engine. We need a propeller. We need a rudder. And we need wood. Cool. Thanks for the present. And now, if you check on the map, those 4 huts that are not labeled, one at the top, one at the right, one at the bottom, and one on this island that we're on with the boat builder, those are the 4 people we need to go talk to get the 4 pieces of the boat. Easy. Let's go to the different huts, go talk to them, Should be a piece of cake. Yeah, I don't know how much the exasperation is showing up over the microphone, but of course it's never that easy. And we're getting into another example of, hey, we've got a short game, why don't we make pieces of it harder? Let's go talk to this first guy. I have some wood for you, but only if you can beat 7,000 points. Use the A and B button to shoot. This is deceptively hard. The acorns fly very slowly in the Game Boy Color version, and you can use both A and B to shoot. The Game Boy version is having one hell of a time because I had to use save states. These acorns have no rhyme or reason, and they just fire as fast as humanly possible. Plus, you only get one reticle, so you can't pick up the shot if you accidentally miss it. It is miserable in the Game Boy version. You have a set number of shots, and if you do not get them, you start again. To put into perspective, the Game Boy Color version, I got this on my third attempt, I think? The Game Boy version, I was here for 40 minutes before I decided to use save states. Again, miserable. Cool, man. I'd heard you were good. Take this wood. Ah, you rhymed. It will make a fine hull. I guess. You know, me in another universe is having a hell of a time. Well done, Conker! Your new rating is Conker Stomper. I'm gonna crush those nuts underneath my foot. That was bad to say. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we got our first piece of the boat. Let's go ahead and move on. Now you might be thinking, okay, target practice. They're gonna have us do kind of like carnival games, something like that. You're gonna be playing mini games to get all the boat pieces. That one, Game Boy Color version, not too bad. Game Boy version, fucking sucks. Sorry to put it into that harsher perspective, but it fucking sucks. It is not that easy of a minigame. You're gonna see some comparisons on how one version is better than the other. Let's talk to this guy. I can supply you with a rudder, but you must first beat Honker in a swimming race. Press left and right on the control pad to get up your power and A and B to breathe. The Game Boy version is a lot easier. Pressing left and right, you are actually eventually going to surpass Honker. Now, one thing I want to make very clear. If you breathe before the game tells you to, sometimes it will just fail you, and you have to start all over again. What you want to do is get a good rhythm. I actually did this on Game Boy by turning my Game Boy on the side, using my dominant hand to press left and right, and then when it said press breathe, I pressed the A button with my non-dominant hand. That was the easiest way to do it on official hardware. When you have a GameCube control stick or a Retron 5 controller, it is extremely easy to do these in either version. But you want to do it on Game Boy because it is shorter and faster. I don't know what it is about the two different versions just having weirdness in how they were designed, but the Game Boy Color version is like 2 times longer, and it wears on your arm. You have to do this until that reaches 100 and hit the finish line. I beat this on the Game Boy version in half the time. That wasn't sped up, that was normal speed. And this is also normal speed, and look how freaking slow Conker is going. My arm's getting tired. And the breathe function comes up at random points. It can happen whenever. But there we go. We beat Honker in 1:18. That sure was fast. It was. Which way were you looking, left or right? Okay. 2 pieces out of 4. We're getting there. These minigames, we're kicking ass. Sometimes the minigames are kicking our ass, but you know what? We're getting there. We gotta build this boat, man. But there's one in particular. I believe I saved it for last in this footage I'm talking over. Let's talk to this dude. Engine? Sure, man. You can have it if you can beat Honker in the hurdles race. Press left and right on the control pad to get your power up at A and B to jump. Same thing as the race. Use your dominant hand to press left and right. Use your non-dominant hand to jump. And you do this forever. Over in the Game Boy version, we're going to beat this in half the time it takes to beat it on Game Boy Color. I guess the new and improved hardware just can't handle the hurdles and Honker the skunk. To be honest, I can't handle them either. There we go, we've already beaten it. This one isn't too bad. I would say if you are having trouble keeping up, like if you do all these minigames one after the other, your arm's gonna be tired. Especially if you're using a Game Boy. But there we go, we beat the hurdles. Awesome. I didn't think you could do it. Yeah, me neither. Man, I'm getting a workout. Here, take this. Engine. Yay, 3 out of 4 parts. We're cruising, man. But what do they save for last? Well, my lovely audience, while you're here on your island vacation, I want you to go ahead and put your seat back, relax, and let me tell you preemptively that this last minigame is the worst of them all, and probably the reason a lot of people didn't finish the game in either version. This guy. Beat 5 meters and the propeller is yours. Press left and right on the control pad, of course, to power up. Until you land, press A or B to jump, and to adjust your angle. This minigame is different in both versions. I'm going to give you a failed take to start, just to show you that pressing left and right works completely well, and then, while still pressing left and right, hold down the button to change your angle. This does not work on real-world terms. Your angle does not help. The angle, it does not do anything. You're aiming for a specific angle, and sometimes not even that number will work. Again, you have to keep pushing the left and right, back and forth, and then push the button while pressing left and right, and hope to God that 23 is the magic number to hit over 5 meters. Wow, you flew like a bird! Take the propeller and don't bother me again, gladly. But in the Game Boy version, it's 5.35! Same deal as before. Press left and right, but I left in one failed take because of this bullshit. You get up to the line, and if you don't push the button right before you hit the line, you just foul. In the Game Boy Color version, it just worked. When you pass the line, as long as you hit the button, you were jumping over. But here, no, it's a prickly little bitch. And it says, no, you're failing. But this one works like a hurdle should. Where you hold the button and that's you jumping. You don't have to adjust your angle like some kind of crazy person. No, you just jump like you should. And it's still an agonizing minigame. Again, had to use save states because I was sick of this guy telling me that I suck at life. No joke, both versions took me about 30 to 40 minutes to do properly. That angle, that 23 degrees or something like that, when I looked at official guides and people were telling me, yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to this, you either get lucky or you don't. 21 to 23 was the sweet spot in the Game Boy Color version. But in Game Boy, just, oh, it all goes to hell. I hate it. So one little function there I talked over in the footage, the Game Boy version actually labels and lets you know on the map which minigames you have finished. In the Game Boy Color version, for some reason that's missing. Again, the amazing power of the Game Boy Color can't render an extra image. But hey, we did it! We got all the pieces for the boat. Take it back to the boat builder and let's give him a talk. Cool, you've got all the parts. I will build you a boat. I saw Honker hanging out to the west on the jetty. Cool. We've got our present, we've got our boat. Let's go freaking take a ride, man. Yeah! If Honker wants to go on a boat ride, sure, I'll take my doppelganger on a boat ride. I guess. Unless there's something more sinister here. Huh. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Let's go over to the jetty and see what's at. Oh, of course. I see you have built a fine-looking boat. Now you can race Honker. If you win, I will return Barry. If you lose, she will die. Wow, that's really sinister, Evil Acorn. Let's see how this differs in both versions. Well, not by much. Honker is on a predetermined path. Every single time you do this race, he will always follow the same path. But it always does seem like he has just a tad bit of rubber banding. I don't know if that's true. It just always seemed like even if I followed the path perfectly, he would always end up catching up. Now, there is some room for error. Again, he is on a predetermined path, so if you know what that path is, sometimes you can outmaneuver him. Like, he actually got stuck on a rock there, and that helped me in the end. Do one lap? Darn and blast! Honker lost! It's just not fair! Oh, Barry? She is still mine. Oh, yes. Oh, thanks. Well, your reward is getting the last blue present and also one of the 2 Aztec keys. By the way, the Game Boy version decided it was a great idea to have 2 laps for whatever freaking reason. But, yeah, eventually you just do the exact same course twice and beat Honker, and there you go, you win. The Aztec keys. These are the 2 keys that you need to collect to get into the final level. There's one here in Mako Islands, and there's one in Claw Swamp. If you can believe, we're already done with this level 100%. And thanks to getting the saw in this version and the pickaxe in the other version, we can actually start getting some collectibles. Which I am all for, because I am one that likes to do a checklist. Like, I actually write things down at home, going like, okay, did I get this? Did I get that? Did I get that? Even for this Let's Play, even though I know I've gotten everything by this point in the Let's Play, it's still nice to look over and say, okay, we check mark that off, check mark that off. We never have to go back to Mako Islands. Cool. Alright, so now our next objective is finding Claw Swamp. The Forest Guardian did tell us which direction it was, so I'm actually going to head in that direction. We are going to make a couple pit stops. Following the river all the way up, you find this little secluded area. Diving down, and you can actually get some free health. So I just want to throw that out there just in case, you know, you're having a bit of trouble and you need some extra acorns. In fact, there's acorns everywhere. Oh, what's this? This is one of the areas that is not lit up if you do not have the torch. So coming in here, we can actually take a look at the spoils in here. You do want to come here because 3 free health acorns and some conkers? Heck yeah, I'll take it. There you go, a couple deposits of getting more health, and we're ready to go. I think we're more than ready to take on Claw Swamp. And on my way there, I wanted to show a couple things. Now that we have the pickaxe, there is actually a rock close to where you enter Mako Islands that gives you a shortcut back to your house. This is only in the Game Boy version. Another thing is right next to the mill, there is a rock that you can smash, and there is an invitation in there. Another one is on your way past this little mushroom dude. This area is completely changed in the Game Boy version. Again, it makes no sense. Just to let you know, for those of you who are playing along, this is the route you would take to get to the Aztec level. So in that patch of tall grass is where you dig to find the Aztec level, but we're not going there just yet. Because up here, there's a small secluded cave, and the only reason I'm getting this first is because I remembered where it was. There is a red present back here. This is not the same in the Game Boy Color version, so I just wanted to show it off now. And getting hit while in a door, thanks. So we are now in Claw Swamp. This is the next to last level, and oh my god, it has changed between versions. Next time on Conker's Pocket Tales, let's take on simultaneously the easiest level and the hardest, most unforgivable level. I'll let you try to guess which version's which. See you guys next time.